The sentence reads that hurricanes at first begin traveling in a certain direction because that direction is the way something happens, but they then veer off in a different direction. Now, a conceptual attack might not seem obvious, but let me recommend something here. In any question, please go looking for construction-based mistakes. Construction-based mistakes take high priority because without proper construction, none of the other rules actually matter. And when I say construction-based mistakes, I'm talking about run-ons, comma splices, and redundancy. Now, I shall explain these rules as they come by in questions. But yeah, these are the three construction-based mistakes that commonly occur in questions. So let's take a look at this question. It says hurricanes at first begin. Now, when you think about it, this is a clear case of redundancy. So what is redundancy? Unnecessary repetition of meaning is what is called redundancy. For example, if I said currently the stock prices are falling now, we can see that currently and now basically the same thing. So mentioning these two in the same sentence causes a redundancy. So in the same way, we can either say hurricanes at first do this or hurricanes begin doing this, but mentioning both of them causes a clear redundancy. So we can get rid of A. Now let's look at B. B says at first hurricanes travel because this is the direction, but then they do something else. Nothing seems wrong with the construction and the meaning. So I'm going to hold on to this and let's look at C. Now C starts with while. While hurricanes do this, followed by the comma, the direction. Now this phrase is what is called an appositive modifier, because this direction is merely adding extra information for the east to west direction. So generally this is not a necessary part of the original sentence itself, so it can be read around. So when we notice the main construction, it says while hurricanes travel blah 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 and they then veer off. This is invalid construction, because would we for example say while the boys play and the girls watch? Would you call this a complete construction? Of course not, right? Because after this, we would want to put something else. We would say, while the boys play and the girls watch, the adults kept an eye on them, right? So this is an incomplete construction, and such an incomplete construction is what is called a run-on sentence, all right? So we can eliminate this. A similar error is occurring in D, because it starts with the conjunction because. Because hurricanes travel, and then after the comma, we again have a word, a conjunction that is similar to because. So would we say something like, because he was sick, since he had fever, he did not come to work? Of course not, right? That is totally invalid construction. This is also similar to a run-on construction. So we can knock off D. And E also has a construction based mistake, because if we notice, we have the subject hurricanes, right? Now, people might mistake beginning to be a verb, but this is not a verb. As you can see, it's put after a comma and we have the ing form. This is what is called as a present participle modifier. A present participle modifier. Basically, this is just modifying hurricanes here, all right? So again, when things are usually placed between commas, we can kind of ignore this construction and look to see where the main verb is, because hurricanes is the subject that needs a verb. So if I say hurricanes began or begin or hurricanes travel, then I would have a main verb. But then what is immediately present after the comma? The word because. So if you read around this modifier, all we have is hurricanes because this is the direction, which is absolutely invalid construction. So E goes off as well. This is also called a run-on construction. All right. So this leaves us with the right answer choice B for Bravo, because there's nothing wrong with the construction as well as the meaning.